During the 50 Capitals and 50 Days trip, so many people ask me, so which capital is your absolute favorite? Well, I can honestly say I didn't have one. And that's not just being politically correct. The fact of the matter is every state capital is beautiful and reflected the state itself. It's very unique, very exceptional. And the tour guides are quick to point that out. But I did have several favorite tours, and Ohio has to be one of my absolute favorite. That's why I decided to put a little spotlight on Ohio, the capital and the state, because it deserves it. It's absolutely beautiful. It was a phenomenal tour. So why was this visit to the Ohio State Capitol so exceptional? Well, it started from the moment that I walked in. It had to do with the people that I met. I was greeted with both warmth and kindness, remarkable kindness, everywhere throughout the building. But probably especially by the person that actually gave me a personal tour of the building, who took time out of his day to make sure that I was able to see everything from the ground floor through the rotunda over to the annex, etc., even up to see inside the cupola. So this building did not have your traditional dome on it. It had a cupola, but don't let that fool you. It still had a dome on the inside. But I got to go up inside the cupola thanks to the resident historian. And the icing on the cake really had to do with what I found. I found everything I was looking for: God, liberty, and Lincoln. Right outside the state capitol with my favorite quote wrapped around it. With God, all things are possible. Liberty also had a strong presence in the House chambers, in the Senate chambers, and throughout the building. But Lincoln had the greatest presence. And did you know that he actually was with the governor of Ohio when he got word that he won the election? It's no wonder that Ohio has such strong reverence and attachment to our 16th president and our first Republican president. Assuming that the presence of God, liberty, and Lincoln in the Capitol is a reflection of everyone in the state, that should bode very well for the Republicans tomorrow. And I hope and pray that it does. You know, when you think of Abraham Lincoln, you wouldn't necessarily think of God first, but he did. He's very clear about that through many of his speeches, especially in his second inaugural address. But right in the Gettysburg Address, he made it clear that we're one nation under God. He also made it clear that we are a nation conceived in liberty. I hope and pray that it long endures.